The key to a successful life lies not in what you know, but in what you do with the knowledge that you have. Hello, friends. This is Stella, your host on the Family Enrichment Hub. I have the honor to be continuing our series on money matters within the family. I want to specially thank you for sticking with the hub and also to just welcome our new members, the new subscribers. Thank you for joining the family of like minded people who are on a journey to improve their family experiences for better. Today, I want to be speaking about some of the common mistakes that many of us have made within our households with regard to money. We are told that the best investment you can ever make is an investment in yourself. We need to educate ourselves. We need to teach ourselves. We need to improve our knowledge and awareness where finances are concerned. And it's worth noting that your financial life will not just improve by itself, it will take consistent effort and actions. It will take knowledge and learning for you to be able to change the financial story of your life and of your family. We are also told that the 21st century illiterate is not the person who cannot read or write, it is the person who cannot unlearn and relearn. The 21st century illiterate is the person who is stuck with the old traditions, the old skills, and the old ways of doing life, which continue to produce the same unfruitful results in their lives. For us to change our financial stories, we have to be willing to keep unlearning and to keep learning the new ways of making money, of growing money, of multiplying and keeping it within our households. Allow me share some of the common mistakes which many of us have made in our households with regard to money. Just in case you have any other mistakes that have happened within your own home or in any other family that you know, kindly share them in the comment section because they will be helpful for all of us. And the first mistake that many of us make is to put our hope, to put our trust, to rely on one source of income, to rely on just a salary for our livelihood at family level. The English people tell us that do not put all your eggs in one basket because when that basket drops, you're going to lose all your eggs. When it comes to our finances, it's a dangerous mistake for us to just survive on one salary, which we do not even have control over. Like we are told again, failing to plan for your finances or for your salary in this particular case is equal to planning to fail yourself and to fail your family. Another mistake that many households make is to rely on the income of just one person at household level. While I appreciate that life can happen, there are exceptions that happen within our families where one partner is incapacitated, one partner has been bombarded with a health challenge, they cannot meaningfully be employed. I appreciate all this, but as far as is possible with us, we need to diversify our sources of income. We need to both be meaningfully working in order to contribute meaningfully to the financial well being of our families. Another mistake that I see many families making is living way beyond their earning capacity. When you start to live a life of being flashy, a life of being showy, a life of you want to make a certain impression within the society, you're going to plunge your family, you're going to plunge yourself into excessive debts. And these debts are going to come with a lot of stress, they're going to come with a lot of frustration, they're going to come with a lot of unmet expectations for your family. They're going to come with a lot of pain and confusion for you. And in the long run, you will destroy vital relationships with the people who are perpetually supporting you with regard to the debts. So it is a mistake for us to live beyond our means. Manage what you have, live below, and use the balance for meaningful production, investment, and multiplication. Another mistake I see many families making is jumping onto the competition syndrome. You find one family has bought a certain kind of car, they've started a certain type of business, they've taken their children to certain schools, and then you just jump into that boat because you want to prove a point, because you want to belong, because you want to be seen in a certain way. What you don't appreciate is that you're going to stress your family. You are going to live beyond your means. You are going to live very stressed lives because you will have surrendered the financial well being of your family, the decision making with regard to money, to external factors and people, which is extremely dangerous because people keep changing. Tomorrow they will do a totally different thing. What will happen to you? So it's a mistake for us to compete because it actually shows that we do not have a financial vision, we don't have a focus for our individual families. Another mistake that families make is looking at children as their cash cow. While I appreciate the effort and sacrifices that parents make and put into the education and well being of their children, I believe it is our duty to take care of our future, to take care of the time when we are no longer meaningfully employed. Because these children whom we are looking at as our cash cow in the future, they're going to have their own aspirations and desires. They're going to have their own generational challenges. They're going to start their own unique families. And that is already a full plate for them to juggle with their finances, for you to also add yourself onto that plate for your children to take care of you. It's a mistake to put your eyes on the finances of your children for your well being. Lacking a financial vision or a plan or a goal for your family. Like I've already mentioned on the point of the competition, it speaks to the fact that you do not have a focus. You're not committed to anything particularly. And it means you're going to live recklessly. Any activity, you'll just be jumping onto anything that crosses your path. And that will push you to an entitlement mentality because after you've mismanaged your family finances, you still have to continue surviving and you will begin to look at other people's money, which is a dangerous mistake for you to make. Lack of agreement in the family with regard to finances is another big mistake that people make. The Bible tells us that two people cannot work unless they have agreed. So for you to live together within a family as a married couple, you better agree on finances. At least have something that keeps you together, a goal, a vision, a program, an investment that keeps you together with regard to finances. Like they say, you can't disagree and succeed. Once you're not agreeing on money matters, chances of succeeding with regard to your money matters in the family will be extremely minimal. Lack of knowledge or ignorance with regard to managing money at our household levels is another mistake that we make. Like the Bible tells us, we perish for lack of knowledge. For instance, for somebody who earns a salary, when your salary is improved, your employer has increased it, and you've been surviving on your previous salary very comfortably, what makes you to increase your consumption, to increase your standard of living just because your salary has been increased? The prudent thing, wisdom would demand that the extra money that you have been paid should be channeled into meaningful production, into investment, into multiplication for the good of your family. And it's worth noting that if you do not know that money grows over time, it doesn't just grow overnight. You will take decisions in line with the knowledge that you have. So let's educate ourselves where money is concerned for the good and benefit of our household members. Allow me share some few insights just with regard to the subject of the mistakes that we make at household level. When we make mistakes, it's always a good thing for us to pause and ask ourselves, what lessons do we learn from this mistake? Because all mistakes in life have a lesson that they come to teach us. Instead of saying, why me all the time, ask yourself, what lesson am I supposed to learn from this mistake? It's also worth noting that to err is human. Everybody has made mistakes at different points in their life, in the different ventures that we've gotten engaged in. If you listen to the rich and truly wealthy people within our society, many of them will tell you that they made so many mistakes in their lifetime, but they learned so many lessons from those mistakes. So let's learn from the mistakes that we are making or that we have made with regard to our finances and do better. Money management, like any other thing, is a skill. It can be learned. Once you're interested in improving yourself financially, there is knowledge available. There is a lot of material for us to improve ourselves, because once you improve yourself as an individual, it has a way that it will spill over to your entire family. Your family will benefit from the knowledge that you invest in yourself. It's also worth appreciating that when it comes to succeeding with financial matters, discipline is key. Without discipline, you can't go far. Success comes with being consistent in whatever we decide and purpose to do with our money at household level. Allow me conclude with this, friends. Nelson Mandela once remarked and said, "The greatest glory in living is not in never failing, but in rising up every time that you fall." The Bible tells us in Proverbs chapter 24, verse 3 to 4, that through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. But by knowledge, all the rooms within that house will be filled with precious treasures. I encourage all of us, friends, let's take on the challenge to improve ourselves with regard to our money matters within the family, because this is how we shall truly transform and renew our financial stories at household level. Thank you for listening in. Kindly share widely as we catch you next week on another series, on another topic with regard to money. God bless you. Bye.